Namaskar, my dear friends. Let us see get mathematics. So what we are seeing is random variables. We have already seen some theory part of random variables. Now we will solve some gate questions that has been asked in previous years. So let us say question number 1. This was asked in gate. If a function f of x is equal to e to the power minus x, where x is greater than 0, is the probability density function of a continuous random variable. Is probability density function of a continuous random variable. Then then probability of x greater than 1, or you can write it down probability you can write it down probability x greater than 1 is. So what is asking is the function PDF is given as e to the power minus x, where x is greater than 0. That's the PDF of a continuous random variable. We have to find out what is the probability of x greater than 1. So what we can do, just take a moment and try to solve based on previous understanding. Okay, can we do one thing? If we can, like find the probability where x is less than or equal to 1, then we can find out my required probability 1 minus this one, right? So 1 minus this one will be the required probability, isn't it? So why don't we do that way? So if we try to find out probability x less than equal to 1, okay, then it will be what? Integration. See here, it is telling you that this PDF is applicable for x greater than 0, right? And we have to find out probability greater than 1. So I am going to find probability from 0 to 1 and I'll subtract it. So I'll take it 0 to 1, f of x dx. Right, so this is my required probability, which will be less than 1 because function is not defined less than 0. Okay, so we can get it as 0 to 1 e to the power minus x dx, and that is going to give me minus e to the power minus x 0 to 1. So this is going to give me minus of e to the power minus 1 minus e to the power 0, that is 1. So this is going to give me 1 minus e to the power minus 1, that is 1 minus 1 by e. Understood? Now, what is the required probability that we can get? So the required probability will be probability x greater than 1, that is going to be 1 minus probability x less than 1. Understood? So this will become as 1 minus 1 by e, that is going to be 1 by e. And if you put it e equal to 2.71, 1 by 2.71, so then you can find out exact value, which will be 0.3678. Got it? So basically, if you see what is the e to the power minus x, let us say my function was there e to the power minus x. Okay, so if you put a graph of this, how it looks like, this is my e to the power minus x. If you talk about this, wait a moment. Yes, so let us say this is my e to the power minus x, and at 0 it will be 1, and then 1 2 3 4, like that it will be there. So our aim was to find out the probability of x where x is greater than 1. It means all the area which is after this. Okay, so that is going to be 0.3678. All right, why don't we take another method? Let us say we are going to take method 2. What was our aim? Our aim is to find out what is the probability where x is greater than 1. So can we do one thing? We have the PDF, and if we integrate from 1 to infinity, like we have to find out the probability which is shaded area, this black color, right? 1 to infinite value. So that also is one of the method. Probability of x greater than 1 will be equal to integration 1 to infinity f of x dx, right? And if you do this, you are going to get 1 to infinity e to the power minus x dx. So from here we are going to get minus of e to the power minus x 1 to infinity. Now if we solve this, what we are going to get? We are going to get it as negative of e to the power minus infinity will be 0 minus e to the power minus 1, and minus minus plus, so that is going to be 1 by e. Again you are going to get 1 by 2.71, which is going to give you 0.3678. So both the methods you have found out. First of all, you found out what is the probability which is less than 1, and then you subtracted 1 minus that probability to get this shaded area, right? Next method, you found out what is the probability directly from 1 to infinity, because it was easily integrable, right? All right, so let us take another question. Question is, a random variable x has the PDF, a random variable x has the probability density function PDF f of x, okay? And it is defined as f of x is equal to a plus bx, where x is greater than 0 and less than 1. Otherwise, it will be 0 else, okay? The expectation is given as, expectation of x is also given as 2 by 3. Then probability where x is less than 0.5 is what? So this is the question that we have to solve. So this was asked in GATE last years. So the probability density function is given as a plus bx, where x is 0 to 1, and we have to find out probability where x is less than zero point 0.5. It means what? 0 to 1 it is defined, so our aim would be to define 0 to 0 0.5. That's all. Okay. Rest all other places it is 0, so you can see that. So why don't we do one thing? First of all, our aim would be to find out what is my A and B, and then only we can find the absolute value. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So to get that, shall we do one thing? You already know that expectation of a PDF is given as what? Integration x f of x dx minus infinity to infinity, right? Now this can be also written as integration. You know already the function is defined from 0 to 1 only. So this will become 0 to 1 x into a plus bx dx, and this expectation is already given, which is 2 by 3. So can we write it down like this? Now if we quickly integrate, we are going to get uh, ax plus bx square dx, integration 0 to 1. So this is going to give me ax square by 2 plus 2bx cube by 3, 0 to 1. And if you put 1, then you are going to get a by 2 plus 2b by 3, and minus it will be 0 only, right? So you are going to get 2 by 3 is equal to, let us say I'm going to add it, okay? So this will be 3a plus 4b. 3a plus 4b by 6. So this is going to give me how much? 3 to just 6. 3a plus 4b is equal to 6 duna 12, 12 by 3, that is 4. So let us say this is my equation number 1, which is going to give me 3a plus 4b equal to 4. Wait a moment, actually here bx square, the integration will be bx cube by 3. So there will not be any 2 here. So we will remove that, and then this will be just b by 3. So if it is b by 3, then what will happen? Here it will change. So that will become 2b, and this is also become 2b. So then the value is 3a plus 2b equal to 4. Hope you understand this, right? Now one more thing you know, what is that? Since f of x is a PDF, so we have the relation integration minus infinity to infinity, f of x dx will be always 1. Understood? A PDF is integrable and which is going to be equal to 1 because it is going to give you complete probability, right? So from here we are going to get integration 0 to 1, f of x was what? A plus bx dx is equal to 1. So that is going to give me ax plus bx square ax plus bx square by 2, 0 to 1 is equal to 1. So that is going to give me how much? Put x equal to 1, so it will become a plus b by 2 minus 0 equal to 1. So from here we are going to get 2a plus b is equal to 2. So this is equation number 2. So we have two relations. One is equation number 1, one is equation number 2. And if we try to solve this, you can see we have this equation. So 3a plus 2b equal to 4. See, so we have two equations, 3a plus 2b equal to 4. That was from equation number 1. So if we solve this, what will happen? Let us say we can multiply this equation by 2. So we are going to get 4a plus 2b equal to 4. And if we subtract this, then we are going to get how much? Minus a is equal to 0. That implies a will be 0. And this is going to give me b is equal to 2 minus 2 times 0, 2a, that is going to be 2. So basically you are going to get b equal to 2 and a equal to 0. So can we write it down? My function f of x will become a plus bx when x greater than 0, less than 1 and 0 elsewhere, right? So in that case a is 0, so it is going to be just 2x for 0 greater than x greater than 0, less than 1, and this will be 0. So this is my PDF function. Now you know already what is the PDF. So getting probability x less than 0.5 is very easy now. How to get probability less than 0.5? Integration minus infinity to 0.5 x f of x d, no sorry, it is minus infinity to 0.5 f of x dx. So this is going to give me integration 0 to 0.5 because function is defined from 0, and this is going to give me 2x dx. So from here we are going to get 2x square by 2, 0 to 0.5. So 2 will get cancelled. If you put 0.5, so it is going to give me 0.25 minus 0. So 0.25 is the solution. Understood? Now let me show you the graph of this. Basically, let us say this is the graph, okay? So this is my x and this is my f of x or y. So what is going to happen? Y equal to 2x. The function is f of x is nothing but your 2x. So it is nothing but a line which is straight and it is going from 0 to 1, right? So it is 1 is here and let's say 0.5 and this is 0. So basically you can see my y equal to 2x. This is the y is equal to 2x Wait a moment. So our aim was to find out what is the probability up to zero point 0.5. So this shaded area, if you want, you can find it out. So if you want, you can, like directly find the area of this triangle to get what is the value. Okay. So what we can do, let us say there is a point here, like a point. So you can find out what is y value at this point. So this will be my height and this will be my base length. So area of triangle will also give you 0.25. Okay. Let us take another question. So the question is, if my PDF is given as, okay, if f of x is given as is equal to e to the power minus x by 2 by k, where x is greater than 0, is the probability density function. Probability density function of a continuous random variable. Okay. Then the value of k is. Then the value of k is. So it's very straightforward question. We have a PDF that is given and we have to find out what is the value of k. So you know already what is that? Let us see solution. You know that any PDF, my complete integration is minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equal to 1, right? So from this relation we can get it very easily. What is the function that is defined? 0 to infinity, right? It is telling that x greater than 0, it means 0 to infinity e to the power minus x by 2 by k is equal to 1. And from here we are going to get 1 by k, let us say take outside, e to the power minus x by 2 minus 1 by 2, and then it is going to be 0 to infinity is equal to 1. So from here we are going to get 1 by 2, I'll take outside, so it will become minus 2 by k into if you put e to the power minus infinity, that will become 0, minus e to the power 0, if you put, it will become 1, right, is equal to 1. So from here we are going to get minus minus plus, so 2 by k is equal to 1, and from here we are going to get k is equal to 2. So this is very simple question that is being asked in GATE. So you can understand that if you understand the concept, you will be able to find out any, like question solution. All right, let us take another question. So unless you solve several questions, you will not have, like proper understanding. That's the reason I'm giving you a lot of questions. Okay. So it was asked in last year's GATE, the variance variable, the variance of a random variable variance of a random variable x with the probability density function PDF f of x is equal to 1 by 2 mod of x e to the power minus mod of x is. So what is the question is, we have to find out what is the variance of a random variable x whose PDF is given as, the probability density function is given as f of x equal to 1 by 2 mod of x e to the power minus mod of x, right? So what you can do, your aim would be to find out what is this particular PDF function. If we can find out expectation, you know already my variance of x will be equal to what? Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So our aim would be to find out expectation of x and expectation of x square. So is that possible that you can do that? So let me give you few, notes before we solve it. So you know already, if f of x is even or odd, we can have different kinds of understanding, right? So let us say f of minus x is equal to f of x, then it will become even. And if it is minus f of x, then it will become odd, right? So that you know that, right? Also, you know, two functions, if you multiply even function into odd function, then it will become odd. And even function into even function, then it will still be even. And odd function into odd function, then it will become odd. Then it will become again even. Odd into odd will become even, but even into odd will become odd. So this much relation if you know, then we can find out our other parts. So let us say, first of all, we try to find out expectation of x. Okay, so expectation of x, how shall we find out? Expectation of x is equal to, you know already, minus infinity to infinity x f of x dx. So if you put the values, you are going to get minus infinity to infinity x into f of x is what? 1 by 2 mod of x into e to the power minus mod of x dx. Now you can see that this particular function f of x is actually an even function. Okay, I didn't tell you here. Let us say f of x is equal to 1 by 2 mod of x e to the power minus mod of x. Then f of minus x, if you find, it will again become f of x. It means it is even function. So this is even and this f of x, this x is odd. So odd into even, this will become odd function. So since this is odd function, it will become how much? 0. So the expectation of x is 0, straightforward. Okay. You know already that what is mod of x? Mod of x is nothing but this one, right? Where whatever the value, wait a moment, mod of x is this. I'll take another color. So whatever the value of x, that only the value of y. So this is my mod of x. This is my mod of x. And what is the e to the power minus mod x? So e to the power minus mod x will be this. So both are even function. That's the reason it is totally even function into odd, that is odd function. Okay. Now let us talk about to find out how to get e to the power x square, e of x square. So to get e of x square, we will write down the relation. Expectation of x square is equal to integration minus infinity to infinity x square f of x dx. This is the relation. So from here we are going to get minus infinity to infinity x square into, this will become 1 by 2 mod of x e to the power minus mod of x dx. And you know already that this is even function and this is also even x square, right? So you will get even into even, that is even function. So even function, if it is there and it is minus infinity to infinity, can we write down 2 times? So it will become 2 times integration 0 to infinity, and this is going to be x square mod of x e to the power minus mod of x dx by 2, right? So by 2 by 2 got cancelled. So you can write it down. Why it was? Because it was even function. So if it is 0 to infinity, it means x is positive. So I can take x positive. So it is going to become 0 to infinity. This will become x square into x, that is x cube e to the power minus x dx. So this is the relation that we have, and as you can see, we have relation something like gamma function. Gamma of n is equal to what? Integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx is equal to gamma n. Okay. Similar to that, there are other relations also that we'll see later on, but this gamma n value we can put it here. So what will be that? E to the power minus x to the power n minus 1. It means 4 minus 1, that is 3. So I can write it down, this one equal to gamma of 4. And gamma of 4, you know already, this is nothing but factorial 3, which is going to be 3 into 2 into 1, that is going to be 6. So you have the expectation of x square. Now we will be able to find out very easily what is my variance. My variance will be equal to expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So that is going to be 6 minus 0 square, that is 6. So this is the solution, right? Still what we will do is we have some relations that you need to understand here. Let us say there is a relation L of f of x, okay, is equal to, or Laplace transform is equal to what? Integration 0 to infinity f of x e to the power minus sx dx, right? So similar to that, if I want to find out Laplace transform of x to the power n, that will become integration 0 to infinity x to the power n e to the power minus sx dx, right? And this becomes actually nothing but factorial n divided by s to the power n plus 1. So from this relation also you will be able to find out integration of this particular part, okay? It looks like e to the power minus sx, where s is 1, and x to the power n. So this is how you will be able to find out very easily. How will you do that? Can you do this one? If you use this relation, Laplace transform, then you are going to get from here, can you relate this? This is going to be x to the power n e to the power minus sx is nothing but factorial n. That is going to be, let us say, integration 0 to infinity x cube e to the power minus x dx is going to be factorial 3 divided by 1 to the power 3 plus 1. So this is again going to be factorial 3, which is 6. Very easy. Now let me give you one more relation which is called as Leibniz rule. So Leibniz rule tells that because you may not remember Laplace transform, you may not remember gamma values, okay? So for that, this particular relation will help you a lot. So it tells that integration of two functions u v dx, okay, is going to be equal to u v1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 minus u triple dash v4, okay. So like that it is keep on going. It means what? What this u dash v1 u2 v dash, all these are, I'll tell you. U dash is nothing but your differentiation. And if it is dash one time, it is single differentiation. If dash two times, it is double differentiation. Similar to that, triple differentiation, like that, okay. Similar to that, v1 is integration. So if it is one time, it is single integration, two times it is double integration, okay. So if you read it in running way, you have to have like this: integration of u v dx is equal to u v1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3, like that you have to read. So can you let me know now that if you use this relation, my integration was what? X cube e to the power minus x dx, 0 to infinity, right? So to get this particular integration using this method, what will happen? Tell me. Let us say I am going to consider u as x cube and v as e to the power minus x. Why I want to consider that is, if we consider u, it will become 0 after some time because it will get differentiated, right? So if I do that, what will happen? X cube e to the power minus x by minus 1, because we are going to integrate that, right? Then minus 3x square, and integration of this one you have to do, okay, because you v double dash, right? v2 means 2 times integration of this. So one time you have already done, one more time we will do the same one. So it will become as how much? Minus minus will get cancelled, so it will become e to the power minus x only, right? Then plus 3 to the 6x e to the power minus x by minus 1 again, right? And then minus 6, because 6x differentiation is 6, e to the power again minus x, and then if you differentiate it will become 0, so rest it is not needed at all, and the limit will be 0 to infinity. You know already e to the power minus x, so e to the power infinity, if you put minus infinity, then all the terms will become 0. So this is 0, 0, 0, 0. So if you put infinity, it will become 0 minus. If you put 0, so wherever x is there, it will become 0, 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. Only this term is remaining, which is going to be minus 6 e to the power 0, that is 1. So it is going to be minus 6. So that is going to give me 6. So this is so easy. You know already that expectation of x square, which was this expectation of x square, which is integration of 0 to infinity x cube e to the power minus x dx, is going to be 6. And this is how you can find out your variance. Understood? Let us take another question. Question is, this was asked in electronics communication. A dice is thrown repeatedly. A dice is thrown repeatedly till 3 is observed. Till 3 is observed for the first time. Let x denote the number of time dice is thrown. Let x, which is going to be a random variable, denotes the number of time dice is thrown. Then the expected value of x is. Then the expected value of x is. So what is the expected value of x? Like how many times it will be thrown to get 3 for the first time, or the mean value of x is what, right? So take a some moment of time and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, let us see the solution. Okay, so you know already dice. So to get the probability of getting 3 is how much? 1 by 6, because you have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the dice. So to get any one number, the probability of that number will be 1 by 6, and probability of not 3, like do not get 3, is 5 by 6, right? Because other numbers are 5 times. Okay, so this is the probability that we know. Now what is the expectation of x? Expectation of x is nothing but summation of xi into probability of xi, right? That you know. So let us see, let x be the number of times dice is thrown, right? This is what is given in the question. Then what will happen? My x can be taking some values, let us say 1, first time, then 2 times, then 3 times, then 4 times, then 5 times. Like that it can take any values. Okay. Now probability of x equal to xi is going to be how much? See, if you have thrown x first time, I mean single time, and you got 3, then you will stop, right? So your probability will be how much? 1 by 6, right? Now if you need to get you need to throw dice 2 times, it means first time you would not have got the 3, right? So it means your probability was 5 by 6 into next time you will get 1 by 6. Similar to that, 3 times if you need to send, or if you need to throw, then 5 by 6 whole square means 2 times 5 by 6, 5 by 6 will come the probabilities, and then next time it will be 1 by 6. And similar to that, you can see this will be 5 by 6 to the power 3, and then 1 by 6, and then this is 5 by 6 to the power 4 into 1 by 6. So basically the number of times you need to throw the dice to get for the first time 3 is like this. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is the expectation of this? So you know already the expectation is xi into p of xi. So I can write it down. I can write it down. My expectation will be equal to sum it like 1 into p of xi, that is 1 by 6, plus 2 into this, 3 into this, 4 into this, like that. So I can write it down as 1 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 5 by 6 into 5 by 6 into 1 by 6 plus 3 into 5 by 6 square into 1 by 6 plus, let us say one more, I'll take 4 into 5 by 6 cube into 1 by 6 plus, like that it will keep on going. Now can I take 1 by 6 common from all? So I can take it 1 by 6 common. Then it will happen as 1 plus 2 into 5 by 6 plus 3 into 5 by 6 whole square plus 4 into 5 by 6 whole cube plus, like that. Now you can see that if I consider x as 5 by 6, then it will become 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube, like that. So that becomes 1 by 6 into 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube. That is actually nothing but 1 minus x to the power minus 2. That is 1 by 5 by 6 to the power minus 2. So if you do that, it is going to come up as how much? 1 by 6 multiplied by, this is 6 minus 5, that is 1 by 6, 1 by 6 to the power minus 2. So that is going to come up as 1 by 6 into 6 square, that is going to be 6. So the expected value is 6. Now you might wonder how to get this particular relation, because it is very tough, right? So you can write it down in note. You can write down as a note. Let me keep it this. So you know already that 1 minus x to the power minus 1 is nothing but 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x to the power 4, like that up to this. Okay. Then if you differentiate it, what will happen? Minus of 1 minus x to the power minus 2 and into minus 1 is going to be how much? This will be again 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube. And if you see this left hand side, you are going to get nothing but minus minus plus. So it is 1 minus x to the power minus 2, which is going to be this. So you can see 1 minus x to the power minus 2 is nothing but 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube, like that. So this is the reason 1 plus 2 in times x plus 3 times x square plus 4 times x cube. I have taken 1 minus x to the power minus 2. And this is very easy. Okay. Similar to that, if you have some other relation, you can differentiate again and try to find some other values. So let me give you another chance. Okay. Differentiate again. What will happen? Minus 2 times 1 minus x to the power minus 3 into minus 1. So that is going to give me how much? uh, 2 plus this is 2 3 ja 6x plus 4 3 ja 12x square plus like that up to this, right? So it means if I take 2 common and minus minus plus, it will become 1 minus x to the power minus 3 is going to be equal to 2. I'll take common from right side and this left side 2 is there, so will get cancelled. So it will become 1 plus 3x plus 4x square plus 5x cube like that. Okay, sorry, 1 plus 3x square plus 4x 3x plus 4x square plus 5x cube, like that it will keep on coming. Okay. All right, let us take another question. So guys, you have to understand that there are a lot of questions that has been asked and these are very simple. These are actually scoring subject. Okay, so you must not leave any questions from probability theory. It is telling that an exam paper has 150 multiple choice question. An exam paper has 150 multiple choice question of 1 mark with each 4 choices. Of 1 mark with each 4 choices. So each of the question has 4 choices. Each of the question has 1 mark. Okay. Each incorrect question or each incorrect answer each incorrect answer fetches minus 0.25 marks. Minus 0.25 marks. Okay. Suppose 1000 students choose. Suppose 1000 students choose all their answers randomly with uniform probability. Randomly with uniform probability. The sum total of expected marks of the sum total of expected marks of the 1000 students is. So what is the sum total of expected marks of 1000 students? Okay, that's the question. So you can see many of the time the question is being asked only based on like expected values. Okay, so why don't we do one thing? Let us say x is the mark for one question. Let us say x is marks for one question. So x is your random variable. So what will happen? X can take two values. My x, either each of the question has one mark, right? And either you will get if it is correct you will get 1, if it is wrong you will get minus 0.25. Okay, so I am going to suppose x is the marks for one question that a student is getting. So either he can get what? He can get 1 mark or he can get minus 0.25 marks. Okay, now probability of x equal to xi. Okay, xi will be what? So see, you tell me what is the probability that he will get mark 1. So since there are 4 choices and you are choosing answer randomly, right? So randomly if you are choosing, then p correct will be how much? 1 by 4, and p not correct will be how much? The probability that you will get not correct answer, that will be 3 by 4. It means you will get 1 mark. That probability is how much? 1 by 4. And you will get minus 0.25. That probability of how much? 3 by 4. Because 3 choices are wrong, 1 choice is correct. So this is how we have made our understanding that this is the random variable and this is the corresponding probability. Now let us try to find out what is the expected values for one question. Okay. So my expected value for one question will be equal to summation xi into p of xi, that you know. So this is going to be 1 into 1 by 4 plus 0.25 into 3 by 4. So that is going to come up as how much? This will be 1 by 4 minus this is 1 by 4 into 3 by 4, that is 3 by 16. So that is going to give me 4 minus 3, that is 1 by 16. Now this is going to be like expectation for 1 mark question, right? So expectation for 150 question, because total 150 question was there, right? 150 question will be how much? That will become 1 by 16 for one question multiplied by 150. So that is going to be 150 by 16. Now for 1000 students, what will be the expected value? That will be equal to 1 by 16 multiplied by 150 multiplied by, this was for one question, for one student. This is for 150 question for one student. So this is for 150 question for 1000 student. So that is the answer. So if you want, you can divide it. How to get that? You can say 4 4s are 16 and this is going to be 250, and then this is going to be 125, this is 2, and then this is 75. So 75 into 125, that is going to give me 9375. So you can say 9375 is the expected value for total expected marks of 1000 students. Okay. So I hope you have a clear understanding. Very easy. X is a random variable for one question for X is a random variable for marks for one question. Then expected value for one question for one student. Then expected value for one question, 150 question for one student. And then expected value for 1000 students for all 150 question. Okay. So alright guys. Thank you.